Hey everyone, Pastor Nathan here. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. We've been working our way for the last several months through Back to Basics, a Firm Foundation, and this devotional time has been kind of spent on narratives that happen in between the narratives on Sunday mornings, typically. What I wanted to do though is just take a little bit of time to talk about devotional practice or devotions. This is the beginning of the Lenten season. Last Wednesday was Ash Wednesday, at least at the time of this recording, and tomorrow is Lent 1 in our traditional practice. And this season typically is a time of reflection on our sin and our need for Jesus Christ to come, die for us, and then rise for us 3 days later on Easter Sunday. So this is a kind of a preparatory season, as it were, for Holy Week, Maundy, Thursday, Good Friday, and then Easter. One of the things that is helpful, at least that I find helpful during this season, is to spend some time intentional time in devotional practice. And devotional practice is just it's like prayerful worship or prayerful observance of remembering the things that our God has done for us, and then kind of contemplating our God's work in our lives and in the world. And sometimes, an author, and I can't remember his name right now, but an author says, typically, when a crisis comes from the church, it's a crisis of contemplation. And all that means is just that, we don't, make space to think about, where we're headed, what God is doing, to reflect on what He is doing in the world and in us. And so Lent is a perfect time to try to set aside some time for that reflection, devotional reflection and contemplation of our God and what He's doing in us and in the world. Devotional resources are helpful for this. I find people who have written things, reading some things helps with this process, helps me to see things differently, see the world differently. And so what I just want to do now is share a few resources that I have found helpful over the years that I have been, a pastor, and that I have used for my own devotional practice. One of them is this one. And this is Henry Nouwen, Here and Now. Has been just a fantastic book for reflection and for devotional practice. Been using this for several years. Henry Nouwen's one of the kind of premier devotional writers of the 20th century. Several of his books, I'm going to link them, I'll put them on screen here for you so you can take a look at his works as well. Another book that I've run across recently is a book by the guy by the name of Richard J. Foster, and the title of it is The Freedom of Simplicity. Also quite a good work to talk about devotional life and kind of contemplating sort of where we are as a culture and where perhaps we need to be as followers of Christ against the culture. I'm going to link a few more resources or put them on the screen here as well. Books from Dietrich Bonhoeffer, Lutheran pastor in Nazi Germany, who was ultimately killed because of his opposition to Nazi Germany. A couple of his works are up there. C.S. Lewis, most famous for his Chronicles of Narnia, also has some devotional stuff that's just fantastic. Another guy that's up there is Thomas à Kempis. This is a guy from the Middle Ages who wrote The Imitation of Christ, also a fantastic devotional work for kind of contemplating our life in Christ. So if none of those are your speed, we also have some stuff here at Church. Portals of Prayer is a devotional booklet. Also, we have some specific devotions here at Church for the Lenten season, if you would like to use those as well. Just my encouragement to you is, develop a devotional practice, a devotional habit, if you will, where you've got some time set aside, to contemplate and to spend time thinking about your life in Christ and life in this world and what it looks like to be a follower of Jesus in this world. To set that pattern up, because it draws us closer to Christ. And as we are in relationship with Him and as we walk in this world. So, hope that's helpful for you today. And we'll talk again soon. Take care.